Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Bleach Soul Reaper video, and Zommari is out, and it's basically like we're receiving all of these limited characters in their, in quotation marks, event, but there has been some changes. It started with the last one, so some things are a little better. I'll give him a little credit and we'll talk about that. Let's first delve into this character, because knowing how the meta is, where speed is king, and basically survival and what types of characters you're playing against, this character could very well become the strongest, best unit in game for the current meta. And let's talk about it. So we're first going to go through, and first skill is Immerse. Deals 120% attack plus 1,000 damage to an enemy target, reducing its speed by 40% for 2 turns, increasing your speed by 40% for 2 turns. If the target's speed is lower than yours, the attack deals 20% increased damage. Great skill 1. It's going to have people now moving their lineups around. A lot of times you're seeing Toshiro in the front line, usually in the middle to get that speed boost, mattering on how you have things set up. And now you have somebody that can pretty much push him down to the bottom of the order. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. As well as, you put a Mayuri on the front line, a lot of people do. You know what? He reduces him, he goes to the end. Now their Mayuri's going last, and your Mayuri might be going first, or it gives you a chance to kill your opponents ahead of when they start on yours, and now you are setting yourself up for a win. So yeah, lots of options here with this character. The next skill, Amor Todos, deals 275% attack plus 1,500 damage to an enemy target and reduces their speed by 60% for 2 turns. Additionally, increases the speed of 3 random allies by 60% for 2 turns. If the target's speed is lower than yours, this attack deals 30% increased damage. This is just the first skill on steroids, because now it's a 60% speed reduction and a 60% speed increase, but to 3 allies. Yes, it's random. I hate random. This character is built on random, but you know what? It's just too good. Just too good given the current meta in this game. Now the last skill, Garrison Stance. Attacks against you heal you for 5% of your max HP and have a 30% chance to grant you immunity to their damage. Again, just a crazy passive here when you really think about that. The healing isn't such a big thing, okay? The 5%, and I'm sure it scales, but it's that 30% chance to grant you immunity to their damage. That's not horrible odds, okay? So if you get hit 3 times, it should trigger once. Pretty crazy stuff to keep this character on the field and alive. Gotta say, pretty nuts. But where this character really goes over and beyond is once you get the release done and you are building up your Zanpakutos on this character to get the Awakens up, that is when this character goes nutsoid. It takes it from just a good character, actually I'd even say a very good character, to holy hell at 3, okay? You awaken 3. Increase speed of all allies casting a skill. Wait, let me repeat that. Increase speed of all allies, period. So right there, your whole team is getting a speed buff. Casting a skill increases all allies' attack by 10% and restores 15 Ryoku. That's just nuts. A speed buff, an attack buff, and by the way, we're going to restore some Ryoku too for you. Absolutely crazy. And his number 4 is really good too. Additional effect, attacks against you stun the attacker for 2 turns. The havoc this character is going to be able to wreak on the field, if you had him all the way to 4, is crazy, because if he's basically not killed with that shot, that character is out for 2 turns. Pretty nuts. This character, to me, it really is up there with Unohana if all this plays out as possible. And I think I'm really going to go ahead and sit down and build this character out to do some heavy testing, because if this works like it says, it's crazy. Stark was not impressing me. Not that the character is bad, it has too much, and there's too many variables to get Stark to where he needs to be. This character is pretty straightforward. You're going to want to build a heavy, tanky Zommari, though. You're going to want this character to survive, and because you're going to want it to punish your opponent. I mean, think about it. Mayuri, stunned. I mean, you don't have to worry about your opponent's Mayuri. Let's say they hit you with Toshiro, and even if it freezes him, well, you know what? Toshiro's stunned for 2 turns. I'm only frozen for 1. The options on this are crazy. He's a counter to so many types of characters. It just makes him really good. So if we look at the limited time offer area, and this is just like our others, you're going to have stuff you can do daily. You're going to be able to get a free version of the character. But they have done one thing. The pricing is still the same for the shards, which is fair and nice. They still have it at 99 for the Zanpakuto, so they can screw off. But they did add, and they did this last week, and I did not notice it. And then I got really upset about it. And so I decided to wait to cool off before I commented on it. But they did add shards and Zanpakuto to diamonds to help free-to-play players out. Now, the problem is it's 30,000 diamonds to get 1 Zanpakuto. It's 27,000 diamonds to get 50 shards. It was nice of them to do this, but I still think what they should be doing at a minimum is scaling the Zanpakuto like they do the character shards for pay players. And, you know, maybe you could cut a little slack and lower the diamond cost for at least the first one for free-to-play players for the Zanpakuto and the character shards. Because if you really think about that, 30,000 diamonds, let's extrapolate what that is cost-wise. So 6,480 diamonds, okay, is listed at 100. You would have to have 5 of these. That makes the Zanpakuto a ridiculous amount of money. Now, yes, I know they're saying, well, this is more for free-to-play players, and we have rebates, and, you know, on your first top-ups, you know, you get double the amount, yada, yada, yada. But still, come on, people. That's ridiculous. So make sure you're doing your quests daily. Make sure you maximize it so you can get your free 50 shards of Zommari. But again, this character is crazy. I was so happy to see Stark. I really didn't pay as much attention as I should have when I saw this character. I was hoping maybe they were going to release him a different way. That's why they had 2 out at the same time. Shame on me for thinking they would do anything different. But yeah, this character is meta shifting, in my opinion. He's just that good to wreak havoc on the other side of the field. And really think about that. I mean, if this character stays alive and you had him maxed, it's GG, man. It's crazy. But let me know your thoughts on this character. I just think he's absolutely amazing. I like the kit. I think everything about him is good. I think it's smart that they made him a single hitter because of how good his kit is. It makes complete sense because it allows, at least when people play against him, to structure their teams a little differently, knowing he can't hit front line. I mean, he can't hit back line. He's going to be hitting front line first. So there is ways, and I'm sure there's going to be some good counters figured out for him. But still, phenomenal character. Could be And again, I'll hold judgment until I can build and test him. One of the best characters, not just in the Arrancar release so far, but all around at this point. So let me know your thoughts on this character. With that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.